Put fat loss on automatic by hacking your brain. If you're a man who's 20 pounds or more overweight and you've lost the weight in the past, but you gain it back repeatedly, then in this video, you're gonna discover how to shred fat and keep it off by installing micro habits into your brain for permanent fat loss. With the method I'm about to show you, becoming lean for life is like Neo in the Matrix movie, when Morpheus installs combat habits directly into his brain. The transformation is immediate and effortless. Everything I'm going to share with you is based on new scientific revelations about how the brain works and why some people transform with ease and others struggle. If you're brand new here, my name is Elliot Hulse. I'm a master strongman, strength coach, and I've been making men strong on YouTube since 2007. And for years, I've struggled with cyclical weight gain, and the evidence is all over YouTube. About a year ago, I discovered I was pre-diabetic and my life insurance company dropped me from the policy. This was my wake-up call. In the last video, I showed you how I discovered the power of automatic habit tracking for simple and sustainable fat loss, which helped me lose over 40 pounds in the last 6 months and has given me the confidence that this time I will keep it off permanently. Today, I'm going to show you 4 principles for permanent fat loss using brain science and how I apply them using frameworks. But before I do that, I'm going to ask for your subscription, like, share, and comment below about your biggest takeaway from this video. I learned a lot of this stuff reading books on how to be a better coach and trainer, and in these books I discovered 4 principles that make habit installation automatic and permanent. I'll share each discovery with you and explain how we apply them for permanent fat loss. The first discovery is called micro habits. And according to BJ Fogg in his research in the book Tiny Habits, he shows that breaking a habit down into micro habits, something that takes less than 60 seconds to do, helps ensure that the behavior is small enough to avoid procrastination and resistance from the brain. With micro habits, installing new behaviors is easy. You don't have to make a huge commitment and do a bunch of hard things and struggle and suffer your way to getting lean. Fat loss can be easy and sustainable with simple micro habits that take less than 60 seconds to do. When the activity is quick and simple, your brain doesn't even recognize it's happening, thus there's no resistance, so it sneaks into your brain through the subconscious. In my Alpha Body framework, we install 4 micro habits for automatic fat loss. We have movement, muscle, macros, and metrics. Breakthrough number 2 is called deep practice. In Dan Coyle's book, The Talent Code, he identifies deep practice as engaging in repeated activities and mindfully making small adjustments. I've heard someone describe this as the Super Mario effect. So like when you're playing a game and you mess up and die, you can start again, noting the things that you did wrong last time and improving upon them this time until it becomes easy and effortless. So mastery doesn't have to be grinding harder. It's really about focused intention. I used to think that fat loss needed to be fast and painful, right? Like ripping off a Band-Aid. Suffer for a moment for a lifetime of leanness. At least this was my thinking, and it never actually panned out that way. The truth is that permanent fat loss is possible because once we've installed the micro habits, it's simple. They become automatic. And research suggests that it takes about 66 days for a habit to become automatic. Apparently, it actually changes the neural networks in your brain, carving new pathways for permanent fat loss. In my frameworks, we aim for 8-week challenges, which is enough to see some serious fat loss. And because it's about 60 days, it's enough time to install the new habits into your brain. Resilient structures. So according to Jeremy Dean in his book, Making Habits, Breaking Habits, he discusses how structures that plan for setbacks help individuals recover quickly rather than giving up. So resilient structures keep you going when you want to give up. Even though installing micro habits is easy, you're still bound to mess up and have a few failures along the way, right? Pretty normal. That's when most people throw in the towel or quit, backslide for months. So with structures in place like an accountability partner, a coach, or a team, you're more likely to pick up the pieces and keep it going. People in your life who support your goals, celebrate your wins, and call you out when you are slacking are essential to transformation. And in my framework, we foster fellowship through fat loss challenges, case studies, and prizes. Fat loss is so much easier when you play it like a game with other guys. And the final breakthrough is making a vow. Research shows that making a vow connected to serving others is a powerful way to stay committed for the long haul. Men thrive best when we're devoted to something bigger than ourselves. Most of the time we fail when our ambitions are only self-serving. But when men are devoted to their families, their people, and their tribe, their ambitions are more likely to thrive. Imagine how being your leanest and fittest self would impact the relationship with your wife, your children, your team, and even other men who struggle that will be inspired by you. You get to be the leader. You get to be the example of what's possible when you commit to something big, like transforming yourself for the betterment of others. My frameworks are all about being the best men that we can be, beginning with the body. So in the next video, I'm going to introduce you to the Alpha Body Framework featuring the 4 micro habits I mentioned earlier: movement, muscle, macros, and metrics. It's going to be a full guide on how to install these habits into your brain and into your life for permanent fat loss now.